Hi, this is Jason from Horrific Nightmares, and this is Original or Remake. Now, you may remember this from Thehorrorman and myself doing this on our streams. Well, we decided to bring it to you as a segment. We're going to be judging on the same 5 criteria, so sit back, relax, and let the battle begin. Today we have 1980's My Bloody Valentine or 2009's My Bloody Valentine, the remake. Now, the first criteria we're going to start with is the cast characters and performances. Unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on how you look at it, this is going to go to the remake. The original has a bunch of pretty much unknown characters in it, and the atrocious Canadian accents. Not to offend anyone, but that it's just kind of funny. Um, The remake, on the other hand, has Jensen Ackles, Jamie King, Kerr Smith from Final Destination and Dawson's Creek, Betsy Rue, I'll say no more about that one, and The Stash, Tom Atkins, and also Kevin Teague. So that definitely goes to the remake. I just like the cast a lot better. All right, the second criteria is going to be the setting, the atmosphere, and the soundtrack, or the soundtrack. This one is going to go to the original. Now, I love the small town feel of the original. The laundromat in specific is definitely very small town, and it feels like it's been lost for generations. The bar, of course, and not that this is a big thing, but they're drinking Moosehead beer, and of course, there's a Moosehead beer glass sign in the window, and I think that's cool. I used to drink Moosehead beer, and apparently, according to Joe, it's still available. I didn't know that. The rec hall and the overall look of the mine. It looks very dirty, very used, very abandoned, even though it's not. So the original takes the setting, atmosphere, and of course the soundtrack. Now, the third criteria is the storyline and the plot twist reveal. That is going to go to the remake. Now, I remember when I was younger and I first saw the original My Bloody Valentine. It had you geared up all the way thinking it was going to be Harry Warden. Instead, it ended up being Axel. And I thought that that was a great twist, based on, of course, what happened to him because of Harry Warden, because he killed his father. This, the remake, definitely takes this one because, and I thought about this for a long time, this is probably the hardest remake or original that I've done because they are very close. Um, the twist, I think, is brilliant because when you're watching the remake, having already seen the original, you're like, well, are they going to go with Harry Warden this time being the killer of the entire film? Or are they going to, go with being a direct remake and having Axel? Well, they throw another twist in there and have it like a Fight Club sort of premise where it's actually TJ or Tom in this one, and he has the whole Fight Club sort of thing going on where he sees Harry Warden, but he's not really there. But you don't find this out until the end, and I think it's a brilliant way to end the film. So that goes to the remake. All right, the fourth criteria is going to be pacing and runtime. Now, that I have to give to the original. The original runs 90 minutes, the remake runs 101 minutes, and to be honest, I think they're paced basically the same. So, we're 2-2 here, guys. What's going to be the tiebreaker? Well, that's why we have a fifth criteria, and that is the X factor. Now, the X factor can be gratuitous nudity, it can be nostalgia, it can be overall kills, or it can be gore. This was my hardest. So, originally, I had the remake winning because of the gratuitous nudity of Betsy Rue, including full frontal. And I thought since the original didn't have any nudity, that's definitely an upgrade. But then I went with nostalgia, and of course, the original completely tears it apart. Joe and I figured that is kind of like an offsetting X factor. So I had to go a little bit deeper and talk about either the kills and or the gore. Now, the remake has great kills and great gore, and they even have homage kills with the pickaxe through the chin and the eyeball pops out, and also the kill from the original in the laundromat. Only this one is in a residential house with a dryer. So I thought that was really cool. However, I'm going to give this one to the original. And here's the reason why. When you watch the extended cut, the cut that it was originally meant to be put out by the director, the practical effects are amazing in it. And the thing that kind of tore me was the use of CGI. And the new one uses CGI. For example, when he kills the girl in the beginning and he cuts her head in half with a shovel, and you see the head slide, that's all CGI. And of course, there's a couple other parts in the film that use CGI blood and CGI kills. And I'm sorry, but I have to go with the original on this one because I love practical effects. Even though this does have great practical effects, I have to go with the original. So, the result. The original My Bloody Valentine wins 3-2. Tell us what you think. And what film would win your battle in original or remake? Also, don't forget to check out Joe the Horror Man's video for original or remake. Remember, guys, physical media matters. And until next time, peace.